This video is long overdue. I hate the fact that I got COVID while editing this video, and spent a couple of months recovering, because after recovering from COVID, I've been coughing for quite a long time. So I put this project on hold until my cough lessened. Now that it kinda is, I can now finally tell you everything about my PC. What I'm opening right now is a monitor. The particular monitor is a MSI Optix G273, a 27-inch IPS panel, a way better panel than any other kind of panels. At the current moment, on paper, it supports my monitor supports 165 Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, wide color gamut, and an NVIDIA G-Sync. Wide color gamut, I cannot verify about that. Response time, 1 millisecond. Yeah, I can kind of feel it, ish. Then again, this is my first time being on getting this monitor. 165 refresh rate. I got some gripes about that. I'll get into it in a moment. That's everything on paper. Now, the 165 Hz refresh rate claim, depending on the settings, using that red button on the bottom there of my monitor, next to my feet, that is a remote settings tool. I can change the settings of my monitor in any way I wish, assuming that the monitor supports it. Now, depending on the settings, it will not give you the option to allow your monitor to go up to 165 Hertz for some weird reason. The highest it allows me to go with the current settings that I'm going to be running for a really long time is 120. Frame-wise, it's not that. Frame-wise, it shouldn't impact it too much, at least from the games I played. And all in all, that's the only gripe about it. Everything else is fine. At least it's way better than the laptop I'm using that you'll see in the next 5 seconds. Now, for my PC. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I changed out the stand, by the way. My PC, it is a pre-built. I will admit that. I got lazy at the moment. The moment I bought that damn thing. Power spec is not too bad. Company-wise, it is a pre-built company that is founded by the best store you'll ever go to for PC components, and that is Micro Center. There's only 27. There's like 26 or 27 all over the U.S. Most of the components are in store only, so I guess Google where the hell it is. In any case, the place is not too bad. Customer support is awesome. I haven't found much. I didn't run into a problem with this PC yet. Although I do have two main complaints that I'm a little sus about. But overall, I completely understand why they have it at that price point, which is like $2,300. I got it on sale for $2,000. Other than that, everything is fine. my game runs smooth. It's more smoother than I ever played before, and it is great. The spec on my PC is the motherboard, the MSI Pro Z690A DDR4. My processor, or the CPU, is a 12th gen Intel Core i7 12700KF. It has a speed of 3.6 gigahertz, 12 total cores. 8 of them are performance cores, and 4, while the last 4 are efficiency cores. Performance cores should be self-explanatory. The 4 efficiency cores, those are mainly for background programs, like what keeps the Windows operating system functioning, or whatever system you're using, or whatever the 2 systems operating system you're using. You're either using Windows or Linux. On Windows is not too bad. Oh yeah, it has 20 threads. Now, the graphics card, or the GPU. It is a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. Not that bad. Then again, the PC is a mid build, to say the least, or majorly consumer. The Core i7 is definitely not consumer. Is kind of not consumer. It's a bit pricey, but is mainly what you mostly need for playing majority of the games. The i9 is kind of overkill, at least from everyone's opinion, but who can I complain? The RAM is a bit strange. I can't find the brand or whoever makes it. All I can say is 2 16 gigs RAM sticks, or 32 RAMs in total. Gigs of RAM in total. DDR4, 30 of DDR4. Not the fastest RAM. Not exactly the fastest RAM, but I will switch it out sooner or later, since the motherboard is not proprietary, at least. So yeah, we'll switch out the RAM at some point in time. Storage. I cannot find the brand for that either. It is a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD solid state drive. The difference between an SSD, the solid state drive, and a hard drive is pretty night and day. It makes my game run faster, loads time faster, which is great. You'll see. Oh yeah, never mind. I didn't actually record how fast the loading times are between the 2 games I played. Okay, never mind. The cooler for the CPU is a Cooler Master AIO liquid cooler. It is RGB and is a 240 mil. The power supply is 150 watt power supply. Don't know what brand it is, nor do I want to open the power supply just yet. I will change that out later as well. That's pretty much everything about my PC. Oh yeah, I did run the script that I did have an expectation that my Arma 3 would play at least 60 to 110 plus FPS at high settings. You'll see in the next 10 seconds that's not kind of the case. At least the highest number I gave it, the highest number I was expecting. I run a benchmark using a special mod for Arma 3 to benchmark and see what I can expect in Arma 3. Now, keep in mind, this is all solo play. The benchmark is all solo play, or at least the numbers for solo play. I can definitely say that is going to be a little less when you play online. So, Oh, I should have said a minute, but I read my thing wrong. In any case, let's get into the benchmark I did for Arma 3. I'm using an MSI Afterburner, which exactly what you see on the top left there. I could put more, but this is to make it more simple as possible. This is all extremely high settings, at least the high as I can go when I presetted it. When it comes to Arma 3, it is recommended to play standard settings. But hey, who can I say? To also make it fair if you're playing PvP, in my personal opinion, after doing benchmark of this thing. I can safely say the other thing that will tank this thing will be mods. The cup mods, or the community community universal upgrade mod. The mod teams are fantastic. But when it comes to equipment, they're a bit iffy. In any case, as you can see in my initial testing, I think this is my third take. I hit the mic by accident. Yeah, this is like my third take on recording this benchmark. High settings, not too bad. I can promise you're not gonna see something like this if you play at high settings online. I know that for a fact. Overall, the FPS is not that bad. I wish I could go into MSI Afterburner and change that D3D11. I don't know how to change that. I couldn't find something that relates to it. I can change everything else, that's great, but for some odd reason I can't. Oh, it's nearing its end. Let's see. The average frame rate that the benchmark gave me, not exactly half bad. Kinda close. It's like 1 point off from my initial prediction, my initial expectation for high settings. Overall, it's not too bad. And that's it. That's pretty much everything about my PC. I'll see you guys later.